Hello, welcome to the Golf Swing Weekly Fix. My name is Mark Crossfield. In this week's show, we've got a group of swingers who are hitting too much from the inside, so we're going to talk about that. We've got a question talking about overswinging and a group of swings sent to me via my apps who are overswinging as well, so we're going to talk about that. So we've got lots to do. It's a lovely day out here today. Let's get hitting some shots. Let's get stuck in. Okay, hitting too much from the inside. You can see from the swingers that they're attacking too much from in to out. Now this is more common than you'll believe. There's a lot of people doing this. So look, for you guys hitting irons from the ground, and I've said this in lots of other videos, got old Hoopy here to help demonstrate. If I'm hitting the ball on the downswings, hitting down at the ball, which you should be with your irons, and you can see from the videos there's divots being taken, what happens is I'm approaching from inside to straight and then exiting more to the inside, so that makes my divot go left of target. It makes my exit past the ball more out towards the left. Now for you guys, that we see on the screen is we see classic problems of hitting too much from the inside. So we see obviously the inside attack and then pushing out. We see the hands out in front of the body and the flip over as you come through. We also see the early extension, so the hips pushing forwards to try and push the club on this in to out path. Now the problem with hitting too much from in to out is you're dealing in big numbers. Let's pretend you're swinging 5 degrees to the right. To hit target, you now need to close that face to the path, so to that 5 degrees to the right, by around 3 degrees. So you're dealing in quite big numbers. 5 degrees into out path, 3 degrees closed to path face, which is quite big numbers. You want to be hitting your shots more on a 0 to 1 degrees club path with a 0 to 1 degrees club face. So as soon as you make your angle of attacks quite severe, your face has to be quite severe for you to hit target. If you don't get those angles right, hitting too much from the inside, if you're hitting 5 degrees from in to out, which these guys all look like they're around 5 degrees in to out, you're going to get big blocks. You're going to flip the club over and actually overturn it left, as well as flip it the right amount to hit target. And often it's quite hard to hit down on the ball correctly. You'll find that you hit maybe a little bit up at it also. But I mean, some of you guys are making good strikes in the video, so that doesn't seem so much the case. But to hit target more often, get more consistency, I want you to start thinking a lot more about your exit. So rather than thinking about what angle are you attacking from, I want you to start thinking about where are you exiting your shot. So what I mean by that, if I'm going to hit a shot out in front of me here, I know that when I've hit this ball, so as I come in to hit the ball, as I strike and exit, that my club's going to pull slightly to the left, so around my body. And this is why I'm going to try and make an effort to open up my hips, rotate through the shot. Where for you guys hitting too much from the inside, we see those hips pushing forward and that club pushing out. So look, easy drill. I've done this before in other lessons and I'm getting lots of people sending swings, so I'm going to do it again. Get 2 canes on the ground and literally point them 10 yards left of your target. So where you would normally set these up to your target, try and point them 10 yards left. And what you can see, if I use Hoopy here, if I get the pencil hitting down at the ball and pointing straight towards my target, the exit of the hoop is actually more between these 2 canes. It's not exiting through the canes, because you can see there, that's pushing the pencil much more out to the right of target. So I'm going to aim at target with my face of my club. I'm going to point my feet at target, set my posture as good as I can, but I'm going to try and exit out to the left. What that does, it gives me a solid strike, so I hit down on that ball nicely. I start getting my divot going slightly left of target, which is exactly what should happen if my divot is post-impact. It's a great way of getting the feel of hitting through the ball in a straighter path. And I know this sounds strange to lots of people. This will feel and sound a bit odd, almost like I'm teaching you to maybe hit across the ball. I'm not. What I'm saying is you're going to be hitting through the ball, but you need to be exiting to the left, which is quite obvious. Hoopy explains that very, very well. If the hoop is straight, you can see it doesn't exit into out as people think, it exits to the left. So if you guys hit straight shots on the way down, get your club path working, don't think about where you're attacking from. If you think more about your exit point, so between these 2 canes, you'll find that'll fix your angle of attack. It'll encourage you to open up your hips a bit more, and if it doesn't, then you should try and open up your hips a bit more to encourage this exit to the left of the ball, and your strikes will improve, and it'll stop the big blocks that you've mentioned and other bits like that. So hitting too much from the inside is quite common. Believe it or not, most people always think they're hitting across the ball. Lots of people equally hitting too much from the inside. Get out there, practice, get the canes on the floor, try and exit more to the left of the ball. You'll see your strikes improve because you're hitting down a bit more, and straighter shots as well. Thanks for watching. So, overswinging, question here, talking about overswinging. Now, first bit about the question is you're talking about kind of where you're hitting the ball from reference to your overswing. Now, I'm not sure if that's true, but that's a different point. But reference the overswing, and then we got the swingers through the app here, all the apps, the Android and the iPhone, sending swings where we got over rotations, overswings. Simple drill to think about how far back you swing. I never really look at how far back someone swings within reason. I look at how much they're turning their body or they're not turning their body in relationship to how far back their club goes. Where lots of golfers are just thinking about how far back their clubs goes, like there's some optimum position for it to get into. There isn't. You know, you got Tiger swinging at his height this far back, Luke Donald's taking it kind of parallel to the ground. You know, there's a mixture of many ways of swinging. But look, simple drill. You've got to start thinking about the way you're turning. So I'm just going to put this orange cane here opposite the ball, so pointing down at the ball in between my 2 feet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the green cane, I'm just going to rest it on my hips, and I'm going to hold the club with my right hand down the grip like where it would be if I was holding a proper shot, holding the club to hit a proper shot. And I'm going to go to the top of my backswing with my right hand, while at the same time trying to keep this cane from turning too much. And what happens if my cane turns, say, 20 to 30 degrees, so as little as possible for the drill, I find that I can't take the club back much further than that. It's about as far as I can go before my right side starts to cramp up because it's getting so coiled, so tense. Now, for you guys who are overswinging in the question or in the videos overswinging, it's not that you're taking the club back too far, say with your arms, it's more that you're over rotating. So we're getting lots of hip tilt in one swing, so hip tilt this way. So as soon as I start moving the cane more, pointing it down to the ground, I mean, I can take that club considerably further back. And then we also see a lot of hip rotation in a couple of the videos as well. So if I turn the cane around more, so the cane's almost parallel with the one on the ground, I can take the club considerably further back, and it starts getting across the line and things like that you see in common day-to-day problems. So look, for you to get the feeling of making a more coiled, controlled backswing, making a feeling of not overswinging, great way of doing this. I've got a ball ready to go. I'm just going to test the feeling first. So I'm going to turn, trying to keep my hips, this cane as still as possible, not letting it tilt too much or certainly turn too much. I can feel the tension building up in my right side as I coil my weight into that right side. I'm just going to chuck that cane down and have a go with the ball. Just trying to feel the same amount of resistance in my hips. For most of you, what's happening is that you're turning your hips too much. I don't see many players coming for lessons who under-rotate their hips. Most people over-rotate, and that means over-rotate, so turn too much, or over-rotate with massive hip tilt, which then allows you to turn your shoulders more, take the club further back. So overswing, arguably there's no such thing, unless you are just breaking your arms down, which a couple of people do, but it's very rare. It's predominantly more that you're over-rotating your body that allows the club to go far too far back, and then you lose control of the strike and the direction in a number of ways, into, out, or out twin, doesn't matter. You're going to lose control of that club if you turn too much. Also, what's going to happen is it's going to restrict how much you can get through the ball. If I turn X amount this way, it's a massive journey then to get all the way through it. So the more efficient you can make that turn on the backswing, the more efficient your downswing and through swing follow through will be for better golf strikes. Hope that helps. Let me know how you get on. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.